All right, let's just jump right in. We need to talk about one of the biggest question marks in the entire MCU, this upcoming Avengers Doomsday event. Look, the fan theories are absolutely everywhere, right? But some of them are starting to connect in ways that feel a little too real to just be a coincidence. So today, we're going to unpack the biggest, most mind-blowing ideas, pieced together from clues that have been hiding right under our noses. You know, every single teaser, every rumor, it all points to a threat that could honestly make Thanos look like a warm-up act. But the real question isn't what's coming, it's who. Who is the mastermind, the architect, pulling all these strings? And when you dig into all the speculation online, one name just keeps popping up over and over and over: Victor Von Doom. But here's the thing. The theories suggest this isn't just about dropping a new bad guy into the mix. Oh no. His arrival could completely rewrite everything we thought we knew about the MCU's past, its present, and its future. Okay, so our first big theory? It's a wild one, so buckle up. It suggests that if we really want to understand what makes Doctor Doom tick, we have to start by questioning the real identity of the MCU's most iconic hero. Just imagine this for a second. A Doctor Doom from somewhere out in the multiverse shows up, he looks at the armor, the tech, the entire legacy of Iron Man, and he asks this one absolutely bone-chilling question. See, this theory says Doom's rage isn't about power or conquering worlds, it's personal, deeply personal. And it all hangs on this one single idea. What if Tony Stark was never Howard Stark's biological son? Now, this isn't just some random shot in the dark. In the comics, Tony is adopted, and the thinking is that the MCU has been secretly, quietly laying the breadcrumbs for this exact same reveal for years. And the biggest piece of evidence? It might be hiding in plain sight in Avengers Endgame. So remember when Tony travels back in time? The date on the screen is July 4th, 1970. But wait, his birthday is May 29th. So why is Howard Stark walking around talking about how his wife is pregnant? And if you watch Tony's face in that scene, he's visibly confused. It's a tiny detail, but it feels way too specific to just be an accident. And that leads to a terrifying thought. If the baby Howard was so excited about wasn't Tony, then who was it? Well, the theory proposes it was Victor Von Doom. Suddenly, Tony and Doom are two sides of the exact same coin. One was raised by the Starks and became a hero, while the other, the true heir, had his entire destiny, his entire life, stolen from him. So think about that. If Doom genuinely believes his whole life was stolen from him, then his actions, they start to look completely different, don't they? And that brings us to the next theory, which reframes his motivation not as simple evil, but as a really twisted kind of justice. What if Doom's first run-in with a hero wasn't a battle, but an act of total erasure? There's a popular theory that when Reed Richards first faced off against Doom, he didn't just beat him. No, he did something so much worse. He literally removed him from the timeline. Yeah, a fan-made concept perfectly captures the horror of this idea with that line. From this point of view, Doom isn't just a villain holding a grudge. He's a man driven by the trauma of being unmade. His return wouldn't just be about conquest. It would be about getting retribution for what was done to him. And this theory gets even crazier when you look at the teasers. Fans have pointed out that the timestamps they're using correspond to specific moments in Endgame. And every single one is a scene where the Avengers basically justify bending reality to get what they want. They set the precedent themselves. If the outcome is good enough, rewriting history is totally on the table. This all forces us to ask a really uncomfortable question. What happens when someone like Doom finds out that he was one of the inconvenient outcomes that got pruned from reality? All of a sudden, he's not just some tyrant. He might actually see himself as the righteous consequence of the heroes playing God, and he's just here to correct their mistake. So, how in the world do you fight an enemy who believes he's the rightful heir to your greatest legacy and a victim of your own reality-bending rules? The theories say you don't fight him with strength alone. You have to fight him on a truly cosmic scale. And that's where Thor comes in. His entire journey, everything he's been through, has been about being broken down. And the theories suggest this is all just preparation. Every single loss has stripped away with ego, paving the way for his ultimate form from the comics, Rune King Thor. And we're not just talking about a stronger Thor. This is a being who understands the very fabric of reality, and he might be the only hero who could even stand a chance against a god-level Doom. But here's the problem. even a cosmically powered Thor probably isn't enough. If Doom is a multiversal threat, then the response has to be multiversal too. And this is where Loki steps in. See, his plan can't be to outfight Doom, it has to be to outnumber him. The Avengers Forever comic series actually gives us a sneak peek at what this war could look like. Loki becomes Avenger Prime, the protector of the entire multiverse, and he assembles this incredible team from every reality imaginable. But in response, Doom Supreme gathers his own army of conquered villains from across time. This isn't a battle for one Earth anymore, it's a war for all of them. But what if the most terrifying theory isn't about how the heroes are going to fight this war? What if the real horror is that they've already lost it? Now, to get this, you have to remember who Loki is now. He's not the god of mischief anymore. He's the god of stories, sitting at the very center of the multiverse. He sees all timelines at once. For him, the past, the present, the future, it's all happening right now. So if Loki can see everything all at once, then that countdown clock we've been seeing in all the teasers, it takes on a horrifying new meaning. That's not a clock counting down to the start of the Doomsday event. From Loki's perspective, Doom is already won. The war is already over. That Doomsday clock is counting down to the final moment of finality, the point where the timeline locks in and the catastrophic outcome can't be changed anymore. We're not watching the fight. We're watching the last desperate attempt to undo a failure that has already happened. The true horror of Avengers Doomsday might not be the arrival of some all-powerful villain. It might be the revelation that our heroes have already been defeated, and that not even the god of time himself was powerful enough to stop it.